Brian, you wanted something a bit grandioso and the ballad. Do you like that?
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
It's got me going.
Yeah. Can we do it again, tourists?
Yeah. Is that Turi's picking?
Yeah, it's his picking. Yeah.
To a piggy.
Time now for a State of Origin update. Catch the 2024 State of Origin series live right across the SEN network.
Very Game of Thronesy.
Yeah, I like it.
Very Game of Thrones.
I believe it's very Gus Gould, I believe.
Oh, is that what Gus used to have?
Oh. Is that really?
I think that's what he walked out to.
Have we plagiarised that? Brooks, well played.
They were good. That's what Gussie can do.
Oh, he needs to bring it back. He needs to bring it
He
back.
should do an audio book, I've often thought. Like he should,
Yeah.
should narrate an audio book.
Him and Matty Navel, take your pick. Here we go.
Yeah, but you want to be able to, Gus wouldn't put you to sleep.
Matty wouldn't put you to sleep.
Yeah, but it's a soothing voice. Morgan Freeman would put me to sleep.
He put you to sleep. Let's get into this, Brian.
Yep.
Dylan Edwards, is there a more deserved player in the history of the game that should have played State of Origin? This is a bloke who, he's done it for years and years and years. He's a Clive Churchill medalist.
Billy Peden.
More so than Dylan.
Oh, they're up there.
Really?
Pretty equal.
Let us know on the text line, who is the most deserved player who never played Origin?
Billy Peden would be right up there.
He'd be right up there. He'd be right up there, but not in front of this bloke.
I don't know. Billy played.
He was within a pinch of a Clive himself, wasn't he?
Right, probably should have got it.
Yeah.
It wasn't for Joseph.
Yeah.
They give it to Joe?
They gave it to Joseph.
Yeah.
Robbie got one, Joseph got the other.
Dylan Edwards. I saw him out bruising again.
Yeah.
He was out there doing training still. He's still around with the boys. Low grade tear.
Is he stayed in camp?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
He was there doing weights.
Yeah.
Probably could have played if it was a round game. Probably, without rest, rest and just
Too much at stake.
Just too much, and the fact that you got to train with the team.
Mm.
But we've got a handy replacement. I read Gordon said, no, I'm not Gordon bashing, but Gordon, he's just playing.
Yeah. This time of year, gloves off.
Yeah, saying would he be embarrassed? I wouldn't go. He's saying they don't turn on them. They don't turn on their own. If I remember correctly, I remember Daly Cherry Evans when he backflipped on the Titans, and it was in the Courier Mail, and they put him in a New South Wales jumper.
Yeah.
They said he's a blue. We don't want him.
Now they don't turn, do they?
No. Is he playing on Wednesday?
I don't know.
Pretty sure. I don't know, Gordon. Short memory. Tell us.
So
short memory. Must have a...
So we're catching up later on with a couple of Queensland doyens, Scotty Sattler and Matt Rogers.
Yep.
Where were they both born, Brian, if they don't turn?
Yeah, New South Wales.
Both in New South Wales. Both in Sydney.
Yeah.
Geez, they're staunch, aren't they?
Yeah. Rock solid.
Please.
Rock solid. I can still remember. I might put that on our we might put that on our Instagram post. We can track that, please, Brooksy. When Daly Cherry Evans on the back of the Courier Mail, they had him in blue.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah. They said send him back to New South Wales. He'll never play for Queensland again.
Correct. I have been, myself and my youngest, we've been the biggest ally and greatest supporter of Rat Rogers in the Summit.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And tonight and tomorrow night, finale.
Well, let's find out.
But it's Origin period, and I think I'm about to jump ship.
Is there any New South Welshmen still alive?
I don't know who's from where.
Okay, we'll find out. We'll speak to.
But I'm jumping ship. I'm jumping ship.
You can't be doing anything Queenslandish this week.
No, I think I've got to jump ship. 1300 01 1170. So back to the news. Tedesco comes in.
Yep.
And I had the analogy earlier. Do you like the analogy around Daddy's home? Does the dynamic change a little bit? Like, isn't it, if you're the natural leader of the state and you've done it for how many games in a row, is it not natural for you just to walk back to that position?
No, but I think Jake would appreciate having someone with experience definitely around him.
Would it be hard for Teddy behind the line? And he's seen all this stuff going on.
It might have been awkward for 20 minutes.
So will he chime in the same manner in which he would ordinarily behind the post?
Timothy? Because
you know what? Jake would have said, mate, come on. I'm captain on the page, but you keep doing your thing.
We had Jake last night on the show, on Matty's show.
You're very nervous.
Yeah, but he was just, that's his type of,
yeah.
He's very modest.
Yep.
But then you see him out in the field, and you see him, Daly's the captain of Manly, and invariably at half-time, when we look at the cameras in the change room, it's Jake
the Snake
up and about. So, it can only help his captaincy having Teddy there.
Okay. It's just interesting. 1300 01 1170 is the way to have your say or text 0457 736 736. Damien, I love your thoughts, but negative. I should not have been in that conversation. Even in today's day and age, if there was 1,000 injuries, I don't think I would have been there. James Tedesco, by the way, he's played 22 straight consecutive State of Origins. He'll join Andrew Johns, Laurie Daly, and one other as far as 23 State of Origins. Jared Haynes, the other one. 23 State of Origins are concerned. The Roosters not happy. This is a Fox League. The Roosters power brokers reportedly not happy regarding the circumstances of James Tedesco's New South Wales recall amid growing calls for the NRL to introduce a mid-season Origin period. This is something that gets traction every single year. I don't know what the answer is. Brian, do you want to change anything?
No, I don't. Like, I know it's unfortunate. Everyone says, the games are terrible. I thought the games were pretty good this week.
Do you like the spacing? So
3 weeks?
The 2.5 weeks or the 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah. Remember we tried the Sunday?
Yep.
We tried the Sunday. We tried the Wednesday. I think that was okay for the public, but the broadcasters weren't real fond of it, having it on a Sunday.
Gotcha. So, but if we say you kept it on Wednesday,
yeah,
and then you went week, is it a bit too much for us all? It's a draining experience for everyone, isn't it?
Week. The problem is you wouldn't have consistency in the teams, would you?
No, there'd be a lot of outs
because the game is quicker.
Yep.
The game is harder. You're gonna have more injuries. You're gonna have more head knocks. So blokes would stand down.
Yep.
Maybe 2 weeks, Sugar. What are we at now? 2 weeks? Yeah, we're at 2 weeks now.
Is it 2 weeks? I think is it 2 weeks? Is it door to door? I think it might be a little bit longer because you've got the 10-day camps. I think it might be 3.
3 weeks.
Tourists, can you log this? Because as we've been talking about the need to have a fifth person or greater on the bench, and that's starting to get traction. Here's the next one that's going to rev right up come September. I can promise you this. And we've never had such a bigger clue than what we have right now with all these injuries. I promise you the loudest noise come grand final day is going to be the need to follow the Super Bowl with a week off. You've seen what's happened to Dylan Edwards. We have too many injuries. Rugby league's too much of a brutal game to ask somebody to come back 7 days later, particularly with the concussion protocols.
Yeah, no, that I can see where you're coming with that, and I think that's inevitable, definitely.
Okay, so hypothetically, that Nathan Cleary or Reece Walsh or whoever the case may be, and it's inevitable this is going to happen, would miss the grand final. We know that's going to happen, don't we? We know at some stage. We're actually quite lucky that we haven't run across this already. We know it's going to happen.
Yep.
So why don't we just get on the front foot and even say, look, we can't do it this year because everything's set in stone. But we have to make this change. 11-day concussion protocols, the brutality of injuries we're seeing, the fanfare of what we could do with a week off.
Yeah, we've gone down this track, haven't we? We want to play golf and we want to have a surfing competition.
Correct.
That's what I want to do.
But it's inevitable.
Yeah.
So
it's only got to happen once.
Yep.
So this is what will happen in the NRL, like we always do. We're reactive.
But not on this show, Brian. We're on the front foot.
Yeah,
boom.
No, proactive.
Yes.
But it'll take for a star, a Reece Walsh,
Why?
or Nathan Clearing to be ruled out to go, righto. I don't know why.
So why don't we just get the powers that mine at the NRL to get in a bunker and go, hey, guys, let's just hypothetically this happened. Munster's out, Cleary's out, Walsh is out, whoever's out, and it's pretty much turned the market on its head for the grand final. That is inevitable to happen.
Yep.
So let's think ahead as to why we need to stop this.
Okay, there's two things the NRL need to do.
Yep.
We need to have the week off before the grand final.
Yep.
And we need to have Bruce Springsteen playing at the grand final 4 songs.
Correct.
Let's just do it.
4 more songs. The run home with Joel and Fletch. Ashley Klein, by the way, there was a clue.
Oh.
Ashley Klein refereed the first game of the weekend. So that was the biggest clue.
No offence against that. They're my A grades, the NRL. No offence against Ashley. No, none. But the G-Man. The G-Man refereed that grand final.
Yep.
Adam G
Yep.
refereed the grand final last year, put the whistle away,
Yep.
controlled both sides, was fair for both sides, and it was one of the great grand finals we've ever seen.
The greatest grand final I've ever seen.
I thought that would be the prototype for moving forward for big games. The NRL would say, righto, G-stick,
Yep.
G-banger,
Yep.
you did that, let's just keep doing that for Origin.
Yep.
And they gave it to Ashley Klein.
I've got a bias because, I love what he did in the grand final, which is no bias because everyone saw that.
Yeah.
But my daughter's playing lower grades at the moment, Fletch, at the Sharks.
Yep.
And she was going. Look, they do this thing called a Bronco, which you're probably familiar with. A Bronco, you run up 20, come back, run up 40, come
Like a
back, run up
yo-yo?
60. It's like a yo-yo. And she said, "Oh, Dad, I want to improve my yo-yo time." And I said, "Okay, that's fine." I said, "This is the best ever time for you to do it over the Christmas break. How long you got off?" She said, 12 days." I said, "Okay, well, what do you reckon everyone else is doing? Most people are pack animals. They will not train as hard as they have in the absence of the greater group. So what you need to do, why don't you do this, darling? Is this possible? Could you do the Bronco every day?" She said, "I could." I said, "Could you do the Bronco every day hitting the ground?" Which you don't do,
Is that a Malcolm?
which is a bit like that.
Yep.
So at the start, hit the ground, blah, 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 blah. So she said, "Sure." Christmas Day rolls around, day 7 or whatever it is she's been going, and we run down to the park. And Christmas Day, you expect no one there, right?
Did you run down or you drive down in your stereo load with 14
Drove down.
Taiwanese tourists?
Yes, and 15 holders, cup holders. No, we drove down and then walked out onto the running track, and there was one person only on Christmas Day out there. On Christmas Day, Adam G.
Really?
Yep, and
When? This year?
this Christmas Day, he'd already refed the grand final and had success, but still on Christmas Day there. And in fact, he caught my attention because this guy was zooming, absolutely a Zuma Nelson, right, flying. I thought, holy dooly, who's this bloke? Look closer, it's Adam G.
Did you give me reco?
At the end, I said, "Mate, well done. You've done the grand final, and you come back on Christmas doing this." So for me, when I see someone doing that,
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Ashley Klein might have been running the Coogee stairs that day. I don't know, but anyway, I love that sort of stuff. 1300 01 1170. Breaking back with more.